Hello, everyone. How are you all feeling after that game? Welcome back to Real Reds Talk. This is your review for the game against West Ham. We've won 3-1. We're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. I've got Sam alongside me. You really enjoyed that Garnacho goal, didn't you?
What a fucking game that was. Well, second half. First half,
Second
not so
half.
great. But second half, oh my God. Amazing. Just, emotions all over the place. Limbs flying. Amazing.
Yeah, again, Ten Hag's team absolutely digging in to get the result. They feel absolutely relentless at the minute. If you go back and look at the fixtures, I've got a couple of stats on it, which I'm going to mention in a second, but it really didn't, going into this game, obviously we had the jubilations of the Carabao Cup on Sunday night, basically Sunday night after beating Newcastle. I felt like it could be potentially a little bit of a banana skin. I don't know if you felt the same, Sam.
Sure. Yeah, especially when I saw the team. I was on the way to the ground and I saw the team, and I was like, might be a bit of a stuffy game here where it's going to be tough. They might score a goal and then we sort of get done and then that's it, and it's kind of the quad dream is over. And then substitutions, second half changed the game completely, and it was a totally different game after that.
I think if you would have said to any United fan in the stadium at the time, this game's going to finish, 3-1 at the 70th minute or whatever it was.
Not a chance.
Not one person in that stadium would have been like, "You're absolutely bonkers, mate. What are you talking about?" But yeah, they showed spirit again to get back into it. It was a bit of I want to touch on the first half because it was some dodgy patterns of play and some like errors, like lapses of concentration, especially defensively. So I want to touch on that. But the stat that I was alluding to before, Manchester United have won 30 of their 41 games in all competitions this season. And then when you consider, some of the results near the start of the season, that is fucking super impressive, isn't it?
Amazing. Like I think I said the stat. It might have been with Jay, or it might have been before that. But I think United are first for goals in the last 15 minutes and goals from substitutions, which is just Ten Hag affecting games every single time. Like, I never doubted for a fact that we would score. I didn't think we'd score 3, but I never, after we went 1 down and Casemiro came on, I was like, there's a goal there. Whether that's a draw and we go to extra time and then we win it there, or like, I was like, there's definitely a goal here. And it came true. Like, it happened. It was just... And then, to score 2 more after that was stunning. But the first half, you were right. Harry Maguire, his passing was erratic. Like, he was overhitting stuff. He was underhitting stuff and putting his teammates in positions where they'd lose the ball. Midfield was getting passed through. Like, Sabitzer was doing a lot of work, and McTominay was just not helping him at all. It was just Bruno was trying those Hail Mary passes that he likes to do, and they weren't happening either because we had no one to run onto him. Weghorst hasn't got the pace. Garnacho was very, very far out wide, and Anthony likes to cut in, obviously. So it's just like they had nobody to do those runs. So it was a bit frustrating the first half, very frustrating.
Yeah, I was describing it when it was Susan Boyle's ass, very flat. Lacked tempo, decision making was bad, silly mistakes, giving the ball away, kept slipping. McTominay slipping on his ass, Dalot slipping on his ass. Garnacho had a couple of opportunities. He kept getting in the right areas, but then it seemed when he got to the last bit, I think it was Johnson he was coming up against as the right back, but he kept, it was a nice back and forth between them two, which he obviously won towards the end of the game. But I thought that little battle was interesting on the left-hand side. Sabitzer had a great opportunity as well on the volley through the legs. That was a great opportunity. And then at the other end, Sam, the Antonio one, he should have put West Ham 1-0 up there, shouldn't he?
Yeah, really good. Was that the De Gea save? Because I was at your end of the ground, so I didn't see it that well. But De Gea made himself nice and big, got his body in front of it, and that was like celebrating a goal that some of the ground, everybody was absolutely loving that. Shame we didn't get the clean sheet in the end, because I thought aside from the goal, I thought De Gea did well. Like, I didn't think he did a terrible job. There was a couple of passes where I was like, it's a bit dodgy. But apart from
I thought overall the saves that he made, David De Gea, I thought
very good.
Yeah, I thought he was decent, man. Look, there's not much more to discuss really in the first half. There's a couple of individual cameos that I was impressed with, but we obviously do that in the ratings where we speak about players individually. So I'll save that until the end. We move into the second half. and it was a bit awkward from your angle. You sat in the stadium, but it goes from the replays that I've seen, Sam.
Yep.
It looks like it's out of play, but they don't give it. And then is that a case of are we mad at the players because they switched off and they just let play carry on, or should the VAR officials be doing the job there?
So I was right where it went out. I was right there. That's where I was. Like, it was at my corner. I was at that corner flag where it went out. That's where I was sat. And from where I was sat, it looked like it went out. Like, it looked like the ball had gone over. But obviously, they have that technology, don't they? If the ball goes all the way over the line or not. And if it's not all the way over the line, then it's not over the line, even if like 3/4 of it is over the line.
That's Hawkeye, right? I think that's just goal line technology.
Is it not?
I don't know if they have that. No, I don't think they have that on the actual sideline. So they have to judge it off the camera angles. I think there was a goal, I don't know if you remember it, where Bruno plays it in behind for someone, but it's in the air and the ball goes out of play.
Right.
You remember under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Yeah. And because they couldn't, I think Pogba scored from it. Bruno plays it to Pogba and they score. And because they couldn't, like, literally determine on that evidence whether it went out or not, they had to give the goal and they couldn't go against it because they didn't have no hard evidence. So
from my angle, it looked like it went out, and everybody in my section was shouting like, "That's gone out!" And regardless whether it's in or out, you can't switch off. Play to the whistle. Like, just play, play till the ref blows his whistle. Just assume it stayed in and play to the whistle, and then complain afterwards, which they did. Like, we were all complaining, and then there was a moment where we took it over to the throw-in line, like it was going to be a throw-in, and I was like, "Has this been chalked off or what?" And it took a long time, like a long time,
it was a while,
for it to get sorted, and then it was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's been given," and it is what it is. Like, I can't say definitively that it definitely went out. But from my angle, it looked like it did. But I'd be interested to see the highlights on the camera, how it looked and what it looked like. But yeah, from my angle, I thought it went out.
I think it's been interesting this year because I've seen a lot of referee decisions go against us. A lot of them.
The referee, by the way, was shit today.
Yeah, the referee's absolutely dog shit as it was anyway. But I've seen so many decisions go against us this year, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're cracking down on specific things, and I'm not trying to come out and make excuses because we won the game and that's all that matters. But there is a lot of the times I'm sat there going, how does the ref not give that? I don't understand. Like, I thought the guy. We'll touch on the Garnacho, the penalty incident as well. I thought that was a penalty.
He got fouled multiple times. By the way.
He was getting
nothing given. Nothing given.
Yeah,
like not a single one. No booking. Like when he fouled him outside the box and we got that free kick that we scored from.
Yeah,
didn't book him. Didn't book the guy. And he was doing it, but I don't know what. Was it Fornals? I'm not sure who it was on that side.
I think it was.
But he did it like 3 times. Not a single booking. Like not a single yellow. I didn't get it. I really didn't get it.
Yeah. Madness. We're 1-0 down. Ben Rama. It was a tasty finish, in fairness to him, but the lights should have switched off. Yeah, we go 1-0 down. We bring on the big boys. Casemiro comes on. Leach comes on eventually, and then obviously Marcus Rashford a little bit later on. Casemiro's goal was identical to the final, but chalked off again. Have you seen the replay since?
I've not seen the replay. It went in, obviously, limbs everywhere in my stand.
Yeah.
Grabbed hold of my girlfriend and like was just absolutely losing me shit. And then I saw the dreaded like referee with his finger to his ear, and then it came up on the scoreboard where it's like VAR, and I'm like, oh, this is getting chalked off in it. This is going to be offside. And it was at Stretford end, so I had no idea if it was offside or not. I couldn't tell from where I was. And then unfortunately it got chalked off. I need to watch it back. I haven't watched any of the game back. I've literally come home and then jumped on this, so I haven't watched anything yet. But yeah, it was a great moment. And then after that, and then it got chalked off. But then I was like, no, we can come back from this.
There was something there, wasn't there?
There was a feeling there. Casemiro changed when he came on. Absolutely changed everything. And then I think he started the incisive passing. Bruno was then started to come alive. Sabitzer started to come more alive. I was really excited to see Casemiro and Sabitzer actually. That was a really interesting pairing. I thought it was good. So it was. I think Casemiro was definitely a game changer, and Garnacho, bless the lad, never gave up on that left wing. He was destroying that fullback left, right, and centre.
Yeah, doing
him every single time and getting fouled, getting kicked, getting shoved, getting pulled, and he did well. And obviously he came up with a goal later on. Dave and Adam in the chat. Dave, nearly the worst game for free tickets. Nearly, mate. Very nearly. Adam said it looked out of play on replays. 90% sure it did, but they need to be 100% so they go with the on-field decision. Yeah, that's what Nick was just saying. Dave, has been some games where it feels like we win in spite of refs, mainly the Barca game. Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to Betis, laugh out loud. Always the Spanish teams. Yeah, for sure, mate.
Yeah, they're coming thick and fast, absolutely. So yeah, the Casemiro goal gets chalked off, but it was so strange because obviously it was Bruno who delivered it this time. Luke Shaw did it in the final, but it was the margins because when we'd obviously did the watch along for the League Cup final, and when Casemiro scored, I think we both thought it was offside at the time. Yeah, and I thought a similar thing again. It was very, very similar to the goal. But his leg was slightly more this time, so I was more convinced. I was like, this is going to get chalked off. It's not even a thing yet. So, yeah, that gets cancelled. And then we get a corner, own goal from Agger, I think his name is, the centre-back for West Ham. Get back into it. I thought initially it was Weghorst, but Weghorst was absolutely no way near it.
That's what I thought when I watched him go up. I was like, was that Weghorst? And I was like celebrating like he scored a goal, and then they didn't announce it in the stadium. Like I was like, who's the fuck scored? Like I don't understand. Yeah. I saw it, and then when I checked my phone once I got outside, I was like, oh, it was actually an own goal. So what happened? What did he just head it in, or did it?
So basically, Bruno drilled it to the near post. Areola's had a bit of a mare because he's come out trying to punch it. It's kind of misread the flight of the ball. And as the Aggers kind of turned his head, it's just skimmed off his head and gone into the back of the net. So it's a bit of a come together. But it was, I think that the keeper won't be too happy with that, and the defender definitely won't be too happy with it either. But regardless, we get back into it. That's when second half, Stretford End, Manchester United. It's you feel like the Stretford End is going to suck it. Yeah, it's going off. But before that, Sam, I touched on it before. The Garnacho penalty shot. I'm not sure how much you saw of it. But again, from replays, it for me, a lot of people said, "Oh, that would have been harsh," but I thought he had enough contact grabbing him. What was the penalty the other day? Was it against us? Yeah, it was not Firpo. What's the guy's name? Balde for Barcelona.
Yeah.
The penalty. I thought it was worse than that, and it didn't get given. So I'm like again questioning the consistency.
Yeah, so obviously I was at the other end. Like I was like across from the away fans. So from where I was, it looked like he got past him, and as he was getting past him, he grabs hold of his shoulder and just yanks him over, and he looks like he goes over. And to me, from where I was sat, it looked like a penalty. Everybody around me saying it was a penalty, and then the ref was getting shit afterwards for like not even giving anything and stuff like that. So from where I was, obviously, again, I was quite far away, so my judgment is way off. And obviously, as a biased United fan, anytime a player gets touched and it goes down, I'm going to think it's a foul or a penalty. Unless I've got the advantage of television replay where I can check it and go, okay, yeah, that's not a foul. So from my vantage point, it looked like a pen to me. Like it definitely looked like a pen.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious to know what you guys think. People in the chat currently in a minute, thank you for tuning in. Let us know on that Garnacho penalty if you thought it was, or if it would have been harsh, or if it would have been soft, etc. I'm curious to know. But it doesn't really matter anyway because he scores a fucking beautiful goal. Talk to me about that finish, Sam.
I was watching him sort of just going at this like fullback, and I was like, he's gonna get an opportunity at some point to score because he was doing it like every single time he was running at him. And in the first half, that was something we were lacking because Garnacho was like right on my side in the first half, so I was watching him the entire time, and he wasn't running at players enough. He wasn't. He was getting the ball, he was stopping, turning, and he would like give it to Lindelof or Maguire or Malacia, and they just play it square and they just rotate like round, and it was frustrating. And then I think he ran at a defender in that first half and got the best of him and got a shot. So I was like, right, he can beat these defenders. They're there to be taken on. And then in the second half, he seemed to do it a lot more. And then, through on goal, absolute smashes it. And it's Viva Garnacho being sang around Old Trafford for the next 10 minutes. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. I thought it was an interesting thing what Eric Ten Hag said about Garnacho. Again, you probably haven't seen the quote, but he said he told Garnacho before the game it was time he started having an impact as a starter now. It's your time to step up. Yeah. And that's exactly what he did. The touch, by the way, as well before it set it up perfectly to finesse it in the bottom corner. Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't right in the corner, but it was near it. It was close to perfection, pretty much. Like, the touch was sensational. And he's just... I always found it mad the criticism that he came in for a couple of weeks ago around like the Leeds game and stuff. And it's like, how many times have we said this kid's 18 years old, man? Like, give the guy a fucking break. He's playing for the biggest club on the planet with the biggest pressure and the biggest fan base. Like, you just need to give these guys time to grow, especially under someone like Erik ten Hag, innit?
He signed his first professional contract like less than 18 months ago. Like,
it's crazy.
The guy's not even had a full season under his belt yet. Like, it just, and to people for judging him based off of not even a full season at 18, under a brand new manager, brand new system, brand new players, the pressure that, again, like you said, that comes with Manchester United, especially after last season, like, it's ridiculous. We should just be like happy if he performs well, scores a goal, and then that should be it, and we should be like, yeah, did well, enjoy it, like. But he's outliving expectations, like, because of his talent and the way he plays and the excitement that he brings. People expect a lot more from him. So when he has a quieter game or he's not as effective as he is, people are like, oh, he's another shit, like, he's not worth it. But and it's just like, it's not like, it doesn't work that way. Young players are inconsistent by nature.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is. And he's a winger, and he's a forward, but it just doubles the inconsistency. Like, you look at the likes of Ronaldo when he first started, inconsistent. Nani used to make me pull my hair out at times. Like, he was that frustrating, and he provided great moments for us. Giggsy was, like, when he was coming up, again, frustrating at times. Take people on, no end products, etc. So it's just, that's the way it is. You just got to accept a young player who's going to be inconsistent and help and support him, let him grow, let him become something. If at 25, 26, he's still doing ups and downs, inconsistent, then all right, you have a right to judge him then, that he should be able to do that at that age. But 18, man, the guy's a star. You can see it. Look at the way he plays. Every time he gets on the ball, everybody in the stadium's up.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's the risk factor in it when he gets it. There's so many times where you think, even when I play football myself, I would get it quite a lot, and I'd go back, I'd reset myself, and then I'd try getting behind or play to feet and stuff. But he gets it. It's first thought straight away, and that's what you want from an Old Trafford winger. It's just run at your man.
That's how I used to play. Like, we've played.
Just run at your man.
Yeah. We've played together. Like, we've played like 7-a-side, 8-a-side, etc. My first thought was always get the ball and run at someone. That's that's what I love about football. I love Kanchelskis. I love Giggs, Garnacho, Ronaldo. Like, I love wingers. That's like my favorite thing to watch. So he gets you off your feet. He gets you excited about football. He gets you excited about Man United. And the tradition of Man United and wingers goes back eons and years and just sort of forever. So I don't understand the criticism of a young player, and I thought he was deservedly. I don't know if I would have personally given man of the match, but the fact he got it, I'm not going to argue it. Like, I'm really not going to argue it.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you on that. Just very quickly, we're going to get into the ratings very shortly. So if you guys want to jump in with that, from rating it from A to F, on individual players, please let us know what you think. But yeah, just before we touch on that, we've got the draw again. I'm not sure if you've seen this, Sam, but we've got Fulham in the next round at home again.
Yeah, City got Burnley, so Vincent Kompany going back to City. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, and also I think there's 4 championship teams, correct me if I'm wrong, that are still in the thing, so there can still be 2 going to Wembley in the semi-finals, which is, always beautiful when you look at the competition from a pyramid kind of point. But yeah, Fulham, what do you think about that? Thoughts on that? It's a tough game, but at Old Trafford, do you expect us to get through that?
Yeah, it's a winnable game, isn't it? I'd say. Like, I don't think it's
They are in good form, though. They are in good form.
Mitrovic has been inconsistent, though, hasn't he? He hasn't been
of late.
As of late. Yeah. So that was like your main threat for the most part when you play Fulham. Mitrovic was always going to score, but he's not been as effective as he normally is. Andreas Pereira is absolutely balling it for Fulham. I bet he comes back and bags a fucking worldie, doesn't he? At Old Trafford. Yeah. I can see. I'll put a bet on that already. I know that's definitely happening. So.
Sorry, I just got that video on then. Very, very tired. But yeah. Hopefully Andreas isn't bagging worldies against us. But it's just mad. Another home tie again. Like, we've had so many. I don't even think we've had an away leg, isn't it?
Yeah, what are the odds now? Like
7. Well, it was 500 to 1 in the last one, so it's got to be 750 or 1,000 to 1 now or something where you double it each time, don't you? So insane. But we fucking take it, absolutely. Play at Old Trafford. I'm not sure when the what do you call it? When the game's being played. I don't know if they've announced it.
I think they said it on the thing. One second.
I was looking for the date before, but I couldn't find it. We've got the Shoestring Budget podcast in the chat saying, "Hey guys, buzzing with a win. Big up to yourself, mate. Shout out to Shoestring Budget podcast as well. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, and get your comments in. We're going to go through the ratings in a second. Just going to quickly try find out if we can find out when this date is, because I didn't see one when they announced it. I know City got
weekend of March 18th and 19th.
March 18th and 19th. I don't even know what games are either side of that, to be honest with you. Can you check, see what games, Premier League games?
Let's have a look at the schedule.
No doubt you'll have half a day rest, and then you've got to fucking go play
every 3 days.
Fulham at Old Trafford. Yeah.
18th, 19th. Let's have a look. Wednesday.
Matt. Chelsea, maybe. Southampton. No, because we've still got April to play games, so I'm thinking
Sunday. The Sunday before we've got Southampton.
Southampton, yeah.
And then Saturday, Sunday. Let's have a look. Sunday we should have had Brighton, but obviously that's been moved now because we'd be playing.
Yeah, because they got
Southampton the week. Southampton the week before, and then what's the week after? Let's have a gander.
To the top bit with a cleaver, each from Argentina.
I think it's the international break after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Towards the last
2024 qualifying the week after. So yeah, Southampton and then the FA Cup. So then we get a break.
Oh right, that's not too bad then. Yeah, I mean it's not the greatest game to end on, but look, if we get through to the semis and then it's the international break, it's not bad, is it? If we lose and then we're sat on an international break, then you're like, oh fucking hell.
And Varane's not going to play, which is
We'll just lock him in a cryo chamber for 2 weeks until the guys are back. Right, let's go through the ratings then. Like I said before, guys, please do join in with us, interact, get your ratings in as we go through it. So David De Gea, I thought he was good. I agree with Adam. I saw the last bits of his watch long, and thank you for that, Adam. If you're still watching, really appreciate it. I think we got over 1,000 views on that, so he's absolutely smashed it.
It's still upticking at the minute. I jumped in just before I went into the stadium, and it was like 14, 15 people in the chat having a good time. I was looking. And I jumped in after the game, and there was still like 12 people there. So yeah, shout out to Adam. First solo watch along since was it Rayo Vallecano he did?
Yeah.
Which was a fucking dismal game, by the way. Absolutely.
Put him off it forever. It took him a while to get over that.
But yeah, shout out to Adam. Appreciate it, mate, for holding the fort down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, genuinely. Right, so David De Gea, I'm going to give a B+. I thought he saved us a lot of fucking times. Mate, like, Antonio was through a few times. I know there was one situation where he could have just picked it up in his box and he's kind of panicked and kicked it away. But aside from that, I think he's been in good form of late. I think he's making some really, really good saves that a lot of keepers can't make. So for that, I'd give him a B+.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, some really good saves. The goal... it's a good strike. I can't really blame him for the goal. A couple of spilt passes, but apart from that, I thought he was really solid. Some really good saves. So yeah, I agree. B+.
Yeah, man. Diego Dalot, it's a bit weird for me at the minute. Yeah, he's still not the level he was pre-injury before he got the hamstring injury. He's a little bit shaky at times on the ball, especially in the first half. I thought he got better.
He kept slipping.
Yeah,
I was like, he needs to change his boots up, mate. Like, just get a grip on the game.
Look, that can happen in a game. You do slip and stuff, but it was the lapses of concentration as well. Like, he was just getting caught on that left-hand side. Again, he was another kind of victim of that when the whole thing was it out? He didn't really stay switch on. They get down that flank and Ben Rama scores, but I just didn't like. Yeah, I don't know what it was from Dalot today. Just didn't impress me much. So I'd give him an average C, to be honest.
I gave him a C- because I thought he was below his normal quality. I think he can be a lot better. Even when he has an average day, I think he can be a lot better. And I think that just shows that Wan-Bissaka's probably going to play against the Scousers.
I think he should.
Yeah. On merit. Yeah, I agree with you. But I thought 100%. if Dalot starts tonight, which he obviously did, I was like, well, that means Wan-Bissaka's starting against the Scousers because they're not going to play him in this game and risk injury or risk something like that. So yeah, I hope I see better from Dallo. I hope he improves. But yeah, it wasn't his greatest game, so C- for me.
They won today as well, of course, didn't they? 2-0.
Yeah.
I think it ended up something like that. And my mate is absolutely fuming. I think he had Arsenal to win 4-0 and Liverpool to win 1-0. And because there was a VAR check at the same time,
right,
like as their goals, the thing got the bet got, what was it called, like suspended for a second.
so
and
he
he couldn't
couldn't cash
out.
out. Oh,
It was like something like 500 quid, and I was like, oh my god,
gutted.
as if.
Gutted.
So yeah, all things considered, we've had a relatively good night when you look at something like that. Yeah. So I probably agree with Diego Dallo. Wasn't great. Harry Maguire. This is where I think we might have a conversation or a bit of a debate, because I didn't think he was shite. I thought he was all right. And people might disagree with me in the chat as well, but I thought a lot of it was like something you consider Harry Maguire with is not reading the game very well. But there was a lot of the times I saw him, there was a couple of times where he misread it, and I think he fouled Antonio at one point in the first half. But he was reading it, he was intercepting very well. I thought his passes, like, again, I thought his passing was all right. Decent. Maybe I watched a different game, I don't know, but like, I thought he was good.
I was watching some of his passing. He was like overhitting stuff. So when he was like spraying out to Garnacho, he's overhitting. So Garnacho's having to come right out of position, chest it down, and try and keep it from coming out. He did that like 2 times. He was short passing to like Casemiro when he was trying to play out. So Casemiro was having to like rush up, and then he's getting the West Ham player on his back. So his passing put players in positions of like potential danger, and like possibly have the ball nicked off him, and then you countered, and then you another goal down. I thought what he does well is his aerial ability, getting his head on things, clearing things, that kind of stuff. I thought he was really, really good. His tackling seemed to be on point. Like there was a couple of times where they could have got in behind us, and he went out and got a tackle, did well. So that part was really, really good. But his passing was shocking at times, like really, really bad. Like a lot of people in the crowd were losing their shit when his passes were going astray or not quite making it to the man and stuff, or being overhit. So I'd give him a C, because I think the other stuff he did well, but his passing let him down a lot. Like if his passing was on point, he probably would have got a B from me. But his passing was just really bad.
Should we meet in the middle then? We'll go C+, because I said B, you said C. Okay. So we'll meet in the middle. C for compromise. Would you look at that? Victor Lindelof, I thought he was decent. I thought he was aggressive as well. Like Antonio, a lot of people look at highlighting that as an issue or a potential issue with physicality and stuff, but he was winning a lot of his headers. I'm actually eager to see how many aerial duels he's won. I've got his stats up here, because I thought it was great. 4 clearances, 2 interceptions, 3 out of 4 aerial duels won, 3 out of 5 long balls, 95% passing accuracy. I thought he was good. I thought, if you compare him to Maguire, who I thought he had a decent game, I'd give him a B. Lindelof. I thought he was good.
Yeah. No, he did exactly what was asked of him. He cleared up any mess. Excuse me. His passing was really good, like you said. Long range as well. We know he's got a pass on him. He can do that sort of thing. And won his duels, made tackles, never sort of put a foot wrong. I thought he was really solid. So yeah, I'll go with a B. Be happy with that.
Yeah, nice. Malacia as well. I know you're a big fan of Malacia.
Yeah.
I thought he was good. He was good. I saw Stat 4 won 7 tackles against West Ham, 3 more than any other player on the pitch.
Yeah. He was aggressive and very aggressive.
He was very aggressive. I think he's got huge potential to be a great player, but he needs, the only criticism of it might be nitpicking, he needs a little bit more composure, experience, and improving it on his passing just slightly. That's what I'd say. But I'd mark him as a B today. I thought he was good.
No, I thought he was solid. It's a good thing, like when we needed to rest Luke Shaw, because obviously Luke Shaw's played a lot of games for us and he's been fantastic. So it's a good option to have, like, to rest, especially in a game like this where West Ham are a bit niggly. They are a bit sort of strong when they sort of try and tackle you and get on the ball and that. And Malacia matched that up really, really well. I thought his passing was good, his aggression, his will, and his drive to win and push forward always was really, really good. So yeah, I was happy with him. I'll go with a B.
Yeah. Moving on to midfield, Scott McTominay only had 45 minutes. It's a bit hard. It was just average for me. Like C, I'd give him.
I just think the door's knocking for Scott McTominay in the summer to go, because I don't.
Well, you just see the drop off, innit? When Casemiro comes on, like, the worlds apart. It's not even a conversation. They're just so far apart.
I just don't even think he's good enough for squad rotation at this point. Like, I don't. Like, you saw the whole game change when Casemiro come in. Obviously, Casemiro's, like, absolute world class. Like, he's the best of the best of the best. And Scott McTominay isn't. But we need to find an in-between. The drop-off to Scott McTominay is too far. We need a player between Casemiro and Scott McTominay. That's what we need.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Do you think Sabitzer falls into that category, maybe? What do you think of his performance today?
I thought he was solid. Won some good tackles. His passing was really, really good. Like, some of the passing he was doing was insane. Like the diagonals and the cross balls and stuff, especially to Garnacho. Could have had an opportunity to score. Really good volley. I thought it was solid. I'd give him a B-, I think. Not quite a full B, but B-. I think he'd be solid.
Yeah. That's exactly what I've given him. Remember, guys, there's 10 of you in the chat. Get involved. Let us know the ratings of the players if you agree with us. If you do disagree with us, let us know why, and we'll happily discuss it. So, yeah, I wrote down a B- for Sabitzer. I thought it was slightly better than McTominay, all things considered. You know, he's never really... I don't think he's played with him before, McTominay, to be fair. So, aside from coming on at Palace, maybe. But, yeah, it's all things considered, he's developing into that role. And like you said at the start of the show, I want to see him and Casemiro for a full game and see how that midfield kind of cracks on. So very interesting. Bruno Fernandes. I always feel like I'm scratching my head with Bruno.
Taylor to half.
I just don't. Yeah.
His first
second half, fantastic.
Yeah.
Like where the goal comes from, the first goal was from his delivery. Great delivery off a set piece, and he was integral to a lot of the good things that were happening in the second half. But his first half, he was shit. Yeah. He put in a bit of a Fred performance today, so I've just given him a steady B. I thought he was, I thought he was all right.
I'll go with B. But yeah, the first half he was getting. There was a lot of groans, a lot of shouting at him, and just wasted passing and trying to do like really neat 1-2s that weren't coming off. Yeah. And it's at that point when you're struggling and stuff like that, you just need to keep it simple, keep the passing simple. And he was doing the typical Bruno things, you know, where he gets the ball and then he's got like somebody on the right flank running in space and he just ignores him completely and tries to do the 1-2 in the middle, which frustrates the life.
You just need to find that balance between not like overhitting it or not like going for the Hail Mary and then playing the right pass at time. Decision making, that's what all the first half was about.
But the second half, you're right, absolutely fantastic. Goal comes from him, his free kick delivery and really influential. So yeah, I'll go with a B. I thought he was the second half a lot better. Dave saying it's unfair to compare Scott with Casemiro because he's literally the best in the world. Yeah, that's like what I said as well. But you're right, it's like going from a Rolls Royce to a Nissan Micra, not good enough for us anymore. Yeah, the drop off's too much. Like you obviously you can't have two Casemiro level players because they'll both want to play all the time. But you need a stopgap in between McTominay and Casemiro. Like the drop off's too much.
Yeah, it's like going from Marilyn Monroe to Susan Boyle. Sorry, I mentioned Susan Boyle a few times in this.
She's crying somewhere watching this now.
She's getting belters today. Sorry, Sue. But yeah, it is a big drop off, and we need something. We need an increase in quality, and I think Sabitzer can be that. I was impressed with him. Moving on to the attack, Anthony, a little bit frustrated with him today. He didn't. It's not like he did anything wrong or anything really bad, but it's hold the width, keep hold of it, play the pass back. Reset, go again. Cut in
and shoot.
Have a shot over the bar. Yeah. That was his game today. Yeah. He does have more to his game. Obviously, sometimes you see that payoff where against City he scored an absolute world-class goal. Yeah, but just like in general, just it's average again. I give him a C. Today just did nothing really.
Like you said, did nothing wrong. Worked hard off the ball, aggressive, like made tackles and stuff. But his typical game. Not putting crosses in, not using the width, and then cutting in onto his left and popping a shot off, and none of the shots were really near the goal. Like none of it was like tickling the crossbar or making the keeper make a save at any point. So he'll have better games. He'll definitely have better games, but he's definitely integral to the way Ten Hag wants to play. So I think he will improve over time. Dave in the chat, poor Subo. Yeah, she's getting a lot of shit, isn't she? Also, isn't it funny how bringing on Leacher is an offensive signing, not a defensive one? Yeah, his passing is elite, man. His passing is really, really good.
Well, it's kind of reminds me of a traffic light system because when you have McTominay in there and when you have Lindelof or Maguire in there, who are obviously not as good on the ball as Lissandro is. You have a kind of amber lights throughout the field there. You bring on Lissandro at the back, green light. Casemiro in the middle, green light. Move Bruno either centrally or on the right-hand side. You start opening up more passing lanes then, and that's where... That obviously we saw that in the second half because that's where the goal started coming from. I wanted to make one point because you wouldn't have heard the commentary and you would have lost your fucking shit. Lee Dixon.
This is going to be intelligent then. It's Lee Dixon.
An absolute dickhead. Everything he was saying, I've never seen a more negative commentator towards Manchester United. Before Anthony had a kick of a ball, he was like, 85 million, it's not good enough. He needs to... It's like, mate, we've just kicked off. We're 5 minutes into the game. Like, he's hardly even had a touch yet. What are you talking absolute dribble for? And he was like that throughout the full game. The Garnacho one, as soon as, like, I don't even think I watched a replay. And he was like, no, not for me, not for me. Well, that ref hasn't seen the angle of that. And I was thinking, oh, fuck off, Lee Dixon. Who the fuck are you, you absolute salty twat? Like,
some of the commentators nowadays, like, are honestly horrific. Like, horrific. Like, you got Lee Dixon, Graham Souness, fucking, what's the... Gabby Bonlahor, and just people who are just fucking bitter about United. They just hate United. They just want to slag them off at any opportunity possible, and it's just it just gets annoying after a while. Like after a while, you just like, look, you hate. Just come out and just say, I really don't like United.
Yeah,
just say that.
We'd respect you more.
Yeah, just say that.
Respect you more.
Like it's fine.
Yeah.
You can say it. Like it's all right. But like to hide behind this thing of it's 85 million. He's got to do more. Like, fuck off. Fuck off, Dixon. Yeah,
you would have been losing your mind if you was watching that. So we'll give Anthony a C. Sorry about that, Anthony. Move on to Weghorst, where I actually thought we saw the better side of Weghorst today.
Very good.
Very, very good. And people obviously say he's a striker, he needs to be scoring goals, and I've been criminal of that myself. But when Ten Hag does that little tactical switch with him, when he drops him into the 10, moves Bruno out on the right, and then Rashford can make them runs in behind, you see his significance, his importance to the team and what he does. And look, you're buying a striker from Burnley who's playing for Besiktas at the time, and it's a £2 million loan. What do you expect? You're not going to get... you're not going to get 30 goals. It's just not going to fucking happen. Yeah. But Ten Hag has seen something in him, unlike a lot of coaches would have done, and they're like, you know what? He can improve the team just by him being in it. Yep. It opens up so much for the rest of the lads that are in the team, and that's something we were discussing prior to him coming in. He will be that nucleus. He will attract people towards him. He is a pressing demon. He puts in so much fucking graft for the team. And them underrated players, I'm not saying he's like Ji-Sung Park or he's like a Darren Fletcher or anyone like that, but these kind of players are so fucking important to the team. And if we didn't bring him in January, a lot of people will be saying, what's that element that we're missing? It's that. Yeah. That's what we're missing.
Nah, there's always unsung heroes in the team, and this is what people... I think it's a generational thing, because like when we sort of like, I know there's an age gap between us, but like when I came up, there was like you said, there was players like Park Ji-sung, Darren Fletcher, Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick never got his flowers ever. Like for how good he was, people were like, oh, he's boring. He's there. He's like, but people just like they want strikers. These like Haaland level, like Mbappe kind of thing. Otherwise, they're shit. They're not worth it. The crap. And it's just like I remember Liverpool going on and on and on about Firmino, how he's a great for the team, even though he didn't score that many goals, etc. Like that. It's just the way, like, he's so beneficial to the team in his pressing, his passing at times. He's got a great fucking pass
link
on
up.
it. Yeah,
he was switching play at times in the 10.
There was a ball what's going on here? He hit a ball when Rashford came on. And he dropped deep. He hit a ball with the outside of his foot that bent round the defender. Yeah. Onto, like, he's fucking got a great... And I think he's just really effective towards the team, and he's really beneficial and a positive influence. Would I like him to score goals? Absolutely. It would be fantastic. But at the minute, I think all his positives outweighs negatives at this point. Yeah. Like, that's the way I feel about it. So I'd give him a B. I thought he was really, really good.
I've gone for a B+. I thought he was fantastic. I thought... Yeah, we've already touched on everything. We can sing our praises about Mr. Workhorse, as we call him, about Workhorse, because he is. And I bet his teammates fucking love him. I bet they absolutely love him. So, big up Weghorst, man. I thought he had a good game today. And, long may it continue, because it doesn't seem like Anthony Martial's coming back anytime soon. So, we're going to reflect on this. I feel like at the end of the season, Sam, I feel like we needed him. We really fucking needed him to be in the team. Yep. So, I appreciate him 100%. Then we move on to, I think, we can both agree the man of the match. I mean, I'm
Fantastic.
sure Alejandro Garnacho was 1v1 today. Dynamic, dangerous, quick. Link up play at times was really good. You can still see he's developing a little bit of a partnership with Malacio.
Yeah.
They haven't played together like too much, so they're still working on the patterns there and working when to go. Because there was a couple of times where he's at the side point and you see Malacio making the underlapping run into the box and he's not playing it. He's trying to cut it back, and you just feel like once they sort that chemistry out, them two could be dangerous on that left hand side, and still both very young as well.
Yeah, no, I thought he was really effective. He was doing that fullback repeatedly, just absolutely tearing him around and getting fouled again repeatedly.
Yeah.
Referee, no bookings, no calling the fouls, which is frustrating. But that's what happens to dangerous players. When players who frighten defenses and frighten fullbacks, they get fouled to absolute shit. That's what happens to him. Grealish, massive example of it. Is he the most foul player in the league, I believe?
Probably, yeah.
Zaha, same thing
as well. Yeah.
Saka at Arsenal, same thing.
Saint Maximin.
Like, these guys, they're just going to get fouled to death because they're dangerous. If you let them get a run on you, they're very, very dangerous. And he's that dangerous at 18. And the sky's the limit with this kid. He's absolutely fantastic. And I love watching him. And he's only proving everybody right and proving the haters wrong at this point now. Because he's adding goals to his game. I don't know how many he's on for the season, but I imagine it's not a small number. I imagine he's got quite a decent haul.
Got eight goals or something, I think, so far.
For an 18
for
an 18-year-old, that's pretty decent. That's a pretty good record, I think. So I absolute man of the match. Tore that defence a new one and really enjoy watching him. Don't think he starts against Liverpool. I think you'll see the return of Rashford. But I thought, deserved his plaudits and deserved all the praise that's coming his way. And I'd give him an A. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, so 5 goals, and 6 assists so far for Garnacho.
Pretty good.
Which is
pretty good.
For an 18-year-old kid, man. Like, he could nearly get double figures in his first breakout
He's not
season.
starting every week. Like, it's not like he's starting every week, so...
Yeah. Love it. Long may it continue, Garnacho. And well done to proving your haters wrong as well. Sometimes players receive criticism, they can't take it very well, they get a bit hot-headed, but he's just like so confident, and you can see that in his game. So
love it.
Yeah, man of the match for today. Won us the game essentially. The touch and the finish for his goal, fantastic. So do we give him an A?
Yeah, I give him an A.
Yeah.
Shout out, there's 20 people in the chat and only Dave's talking to me. What's going on? Why is nobody giving any ratings? Come on, man.
Make sure you subscribe and check our content out. We've done an interview yesterday with Jay Motta, which was a very, very good interview. About an hour and 20 minutes, something just, some local lads talking about football.
Funny. Such a funny guy.
So fucking funny. And a legend, the reason I got the tickets today for the game as well, which, a lot of people might not have known. So a genuine guy. I'd like to thank him again for coming on. And if you missed the interview, make sure you go check that out. Just a quick shout out to the subs before we kind of head off, Sam. Obviously, Fred coming on, the cherry on the top, the goal that he got.
Before you get in, Fred came on, and I went to my girlfriend, Alina, and I went, he's going to score. And she went, fuck off. I was like, I guarantee you, he'll score. Like, this is just who Fred is. And was literally what he did. He scored.
His celebration as well looked like an excited kid in a sweet shop. It was so good. Like,
Did he dive on the floor?
He's running to the corner.
So
he's running like this. Like, his run's dead like frantic, and then he belly slides on the floor. And then Lisandro slides in and hits him as he slides in, like, obviously out of passion and celebrating. But it just shows the togetherness and the team spirit, and I love that. Again, another player who I know he has, I think I've seen someone describe him as Jekyll and Hyde. Fred's performances. But when he has got that good side, he is really good. And to add that little cherry on the top was nice.
When he's good, he's phenomenal, Fred. Like, he's really good when he's good.
Yeah.
But then when he's bad, you want to tear somebody's face off. Like, there's
no in between, is there, with him? That's the issue.
And that's like, if he could put in 7, 8 out of 10 performances every week, he'd be adored by the fans later, but it's inconsistency. But I'm so happy he scored. I called it before he came on, but absolutely great that he scored. And I just wanted to add as well, thank you to, I don't know if Jay's watching or he's watching later on the VOD, but thank you, Jay, for hooking us up with the tickets. Thank you for your time as well on the show. We appreciate it. And what a fucking game that was to go to get tickets to go and see. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the
There's me as well saying when we was talking about it, it was like West Ham boring 1-0. You know what these games are going to be like.
Well, it was going that way.
5 games.
It was going that way.
It was for 70 minutes. It was, I nearly got it right. Bang on. I've got a stat for you just before we go.
Yeah.
So goals scored since November: Chelsea 6, Fred 6.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, sorry Chelsea fans, but if you ever thought you was in the mud, Fred's got the exact same amount of goals as your whole club has.
And they spent how much money? 800 million?
God knows what it is at this point. Yeah. No idea.
800 million to score 6 goals.
Ridiculous.
We've got Fred, who half by half is a 50-50 shot at best, and he scored more goals than you. So
yeah, nice. So we've that's, I remember we were discussing Leicester. We've got Leicester on Sunday, then we've got Barcelona on Thursday. Yeah. We've got a League Cup final thing, and then a quarter final against West Ham. We've won every single one of them.
And we literally won every one of them. We've got the Scousers on Sunday.
Yeah, who are just starting to get back in good form as well. So you think that game on Sunday is going to be a fucking proper Super Sunday. Can't wait for that. Just to let you guys know this week. So tomorrow we've got the breaking news show. Friday night, I feel like doing something a little bit different. Have a little bit of whiskey, some Friday night FIFA, or of course, if anything breaks around the ownership situation or United in general, we'll go live for that and do a news show. Saturday, we're going to have the Liverpool preview, so don't miss that. We'll have a couple of lads on for that. And then a live watch along for Liverpool as well. Huge game, one of the biggest games of the calendar. And yeah, it's going to be, a brilliant game itself. So it's going to be a fun watch along. Anything else to add, Sam, before we head off?
Yeah, follow us on the socials. I need to update the graphic, actually. We have got a backup TikTok account because we're still working on getting our old one back. They banned us for unknown reasons. They still won't tell us why. But we're working on getting back. If not, go follow the backup one. I have put the link in the description, but just search Real Reds on Talk on thing. You'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Follow us on Instagram. Instagram's going really, really cool, really well. Some great clips on there, so go check that out. Follow the Twitter as well, latest up-to-date news, some cool little tweets and stuff like that. And yeah, we're working on getting some more interesting United guests on as well, so keep your eye out for them. Hopefully we're going to get some more on, because we really enjoy that side of things, and people have been really gracious with the time, like Jay Motti, Jonathan Schrager. They've been really gracious with their time, so hopefully we can get them back on at some point, and also get some other people on and some interesting people to talk to. So yeah, keep your eyes out. There'll be more coming.
Yeah, 100%. And look, it's 11:30. There's still 20 plus people in the chat. So I don't know what you're doing, but thank you for joining us. Again, please subscribe to the channel. The channel's getting better and better and better. It's a real, authentic, modern fan channel for you guys. And we only do it because of you lot, and the community keeps growing and growing. So
shout out to Adam as well. Shout out to Adam as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Watch along, absolutely smashed it. It was on for nearly 3 hours. We got a shit ton of subscribers. So if you're one of those subscribers came because of Adam, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Great views on it as well. And yeah, he was his first one back for a while. So shout out to Adam for holding that down.
Absolute legend of the channel. We'll see you tomorrow, guys, for the breaking news show. Cheers for tuning in. We're into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We're into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. We've won the Carabao Cup. And, we're still
third in the league.
Third in the league. So it's all positivity at the minute. And yeah, as United fans, it's nice to see. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Come and join us 7 o'clock tomorrow for the breaking news show. I'm sure we'll have some fiery things to discuss. So we'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.